See, believe, achieve.
This is former UFC middleweight champion of the world, Michael Bisping.
Paddy the Baddy here, you're listening to Combat Sports UK.
And you're watching Combat Sports.
My next guest is going to be back in action this Saturday. He's taking on Michael Morales, UFC Vegas 76. It's Max Griffin, Max Payne, back here on the program. Max, how are you?
I'm great, man. How are you?
Doing awesome. Thanks for doing this during fight week. And I also got to give our audience a little bit of, the backstory here. The amount of effort that you put in to get this framing is just amazing. So I got to give you props right off the start, man.
For sure, man. Whatever it takes.
Exactly. No, presentation important. So they tell you you're fighting Michael Morales. What was your initial reaction? I think some people might have expected you fighting someone in the rankings, although he's got a lot of hype right now.
Yeah, no, I was talking to my coach about this, my mental coach. Originally, I was like, what the freak? Like, who is this guy? I don't deserve to fight this guy or whatnot. And then, they've been doing a lot of the vets versus the rookies, I've noticed. Even on Ultimate Fighter, they've been kind of trying to put these new guys in. But I'm not the guy. I'm not the guy. I've fought numerous of these undefeated prospects. They keep sending me these guys. I fought the Russian, Zalim, who was 8-0, all knockouts, sent him back. They sent me Ramiz, 8-0, all subs, sent him back with his ear off. It seems to kind of be a trend. They like giving me these guys, but now, I had a big chip on my shoulder about this fight. You know, he's hyped, he's a favorite, all kinds of stuff. But now when I was on my run, I had a revelation. And it was like, he's a gift, Max. He's a gift. He's a gift for you. He has hype, but you're so ready. You're so experienced. This isn't the first guy you've seen with the right hand. So,
yeah,
I fought some of the best guys on the planet and beat them. I'm a Oasis guy. So now I look at it as he's a gift. Ready for me to open them up Saturday.
Well, and how much do you factor in as well? Not that, people want to get hit in their fights, but like you're tough to finish. And this is a guy that typically goes out there and does get the job done. And you talked about the experience there. I think you could argue that his two opponents in the UFC, not anywhere to the, the ranking that you're at, so to speak. How much do you think that'll play in? Because you did talk about experience as far as the matchup goes.
Yeah, I remember my first couple fights. Remember when I was young? You feel unbeatable, on top of the world. Then I fought Colby.
Right.
I'm like, yo, this is a real opponent. So he beat Trevin Giles, who isn't nothing serious. And he, he had his moments in the fight. He kind of fought stupid, burned his arms out, and then got caught just swinging wild. Like, this is a dumb fight on Giles. And then Fugit fought him on a week's notice, took him in the third round, and had success on him.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't fought anyone. Majority of his fights were guys from Mexico in t-shirts, just short guys that he could just piece up. And I'm not the guy. Also, shorter arms. A lot of these guys. I have really long arms for the division. I know he's like 1.5 inches longer than me, but that's way different than fighting someone with the 8-inch advantage, 8-inch reach advantage. So he's been fighting these guys 8-10 inches reach advantage. Then you're fighting a guy with maybe 2 inches. It's gonna make things different. Yeah, and like you said, I don't get finished. I'm mean. Like, I got game everywhere. So I'm looking forward to this, man.
Anything different for this camp? In the past, it's been, alpha male and then, MMA gold. Is that sort of how you've structured things for this camp as well? Pretty much the same thing?
Yeah, I've been doing more MMA gold, been doing more Marinobles, we're doing this thing called the Grapple Boys. I'm still popping in alpha male to get my sparring in, but we developed this group called the Grapple Boys. Me, Anthony Hernandez, he's been on a tear. Ryan Loader, our wrestling coach, Elliot Kelly, the IBJJF champion, and all this and that, and basically all the black belts from the schools around here. Sean at American Grappling Academy. So it's all these black belts, a whole room, 8 black belts. I'm the littlest guy, but we meet every week, a couple times, and go over different moves we're working on. It's like an instructional kind of thing, but then we roll hard and It's super safe. No one gets hurt. Everyone's so high level, and that's been beautiful. It's been beautiful just to go with these guys that are in the 220-pound range. Everyone, and I'm doing real well.
And it's more specialized, right? Like, it's not as many bodies in the gym, so you can kind of focus at that, I'm sure, on things maybe more that you would want to focus on, as opposed to if you were at like a big gym, like an American Top Team or something, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we start, what are you guys working on? Oh, working on this. And then he'll be like, how would you get out of this? How would you get out of this? And then we kind of like shorten, okay. So then we have to make adjustments to complete the choke, or because we all have different backgrounds, right? So, but we're a mother to grapple. The jiu-jitsu guys say that, like me and Anthony, these like MMA grapplers are a lot different with pressure and control than just a jiu-jitsu guy who is more passive, per se.
Yeah.
Because we're looking for ground and pound, we're looking for position. But these roles, man, with these guys where you feel like you're dying in there and you got to keep going. I'm so ready. And even to say, I've been trying to fight since March. They said I have a fight March, April, May, June, July. It's been 9 months. So I've been chomping at the bit. I'm so ready. Another day in paradise.
And looks like the weight cut's going well. It always does. You always make weight, but we're a couple days away, and you seem like everything's good to go, right?
Yeah. I had there was a couple days of tuna, at the can, but I feel good. My lady's like, hey, you want any sausage? I'm like, how many calories is in it? So she had to run to the store, get some egg whites, because I just want to make it easy.
Yeah. One less thing to stress about, right?
Yeah, so, I always make it. I've made weight 50 times, but I always still like stressed. I was telling Anthony, I'm like, bro, I think the other day I was, I don't know, 190 or something.
Yeah.
He's like, you're a professional. He's like, you ever missed weight? I'm like, no. He's like, then stop tripping. I'm like, well, to be fair, I went to Oz Korean Barbecue on Father's Day and ate so much meat. I ate pounds of meat just off the grill, off the little Korean barbecue thing you make in front of you. So I didn't weigh for like 3 days. I was like, let this food digest.
We got to let it settle a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to get like a false reading,
Yeah, no, for sure. And your corner, I imagine, who's going to be in the cage with you? Jim West will be there. Who's going to be there with you?
Jim West, Dave Marinoble is supposed to come back. Last time he had to not go because he has ALS and it was really hard on him. But he's going this time, which is great. He's better than he was last time. And then Ryan Loader, wrestling coach.
That's great. And how's this one playing out? Again, I think this is going to end up being a war when it's all said and done.
Yeah, it may be a war. He doesn't like getting hit though, so he's gonna have some problems. I'm gonna make a statement on this guy because he's undefeated. They like him. But I'm not the guy. I'm not someone down. I'm not thinking about retirement or anything like that anytime soon. Not even on my radar at all. Like every fight, I'm getting better, faster, stronger, better position, and I love being out there. So I'm not one of these guys like on the way out that's getting one of these young guys. I'm in my fucking prime right now. Fighting this young guy with no experience that people like. So I'm gonna brutalize him. I want him to quit. I want him to quit in there just to show him what a real fight is, what a real thing is. Because I'm offended he signed the contract. That means he thinks he could beat me. I don't want it to be like a lucky thing. I want to beat him up good, then maybe choke him out or something. Something that'll dominate. It's more like a master class.
Yeah, no,
I don't think he's better than me in anything. So like a master class on like teacher, student. This is my 15th UFC fight, 16, something like that. I've been in there with the best of them. And there's nothing I haven't seen. So I'm looking forward to it.
A win here has got to propel you up a bit just because, again, like he's the favorite in this fight. There's a lot of hype here. A lot of people are already saying future champion after 2 UFC fights. Like, what do you think a win does for you here, especially a stoppage win?
I'm really it's just gonna solidify what people know. I mean, I'm gonna drop the mic, no disrespect to DC or whoever's holding the mic, but making a statement, dropping the mic. I'm not that guy, man. Um, I've earned my place here through good fights and wins and fighting through adversity. I'm here to stay. So this kid's not gonna come take it from me.
What's your contract situation right now? Because I believe you had a new contract. I want to say for the Magny fight, or how long ago was it? What's the deal
I
with
got
that?
one more fight after this.
So this is a big one then, because again, you win, and like I said, he's the hot prospect. You got a nice little bit of info to bring at the negotiating table when you get back there, right?
Yeah, no, they're gonna be negotiating fools after this one. I want to get paid. There's
Yeah.
a lot of I want to get paid. I've been here for a long time. I mean, I make decent money, but I want to get more money.
So let me ask you this, and I'm gonna have a dad joke here. Will we change the nickname to Max Paid Griffin if you win this fight?
Yeah, I'm gonna win. So it's really about the negotiating. What's next? Yeah, I want to get paid.
There you go, Max Paid Griffin. I want my 10% if that happens.
Yeah, and I'll stop getting hurt.
Yeah, there you go, for sure. And just before we go, obviously the top of your division, a guy you mentioned earlier in this interview, Colby Covington, you fought. It looks like he's fighting Leon Edwards next. There's obviously some, people have their opinions on it because Bilal's got the winning streak. What do you think about the possibility of Colby getting to fight next as opposed to Bilal Muhammad?
It's about ratings, man. What I found in this game is political. It's political. Yeah. All the stuff, Dana says and, all this stuff. But they all say, and what they say then the actions, represent. And they say this and the actions are this. It's like politics, man. Bilal does have a lot of fans, like, in the Middle East. I mean, he has fans everywhere. But the Middle East is, like, his, like, place. I think Colby's a bigger draw, at least for, like, the American fans and for... Colby brings a crowd, where they love him or hate him. It's politics. I get it. I think Bilal's 9 straight or something like that, but they don't care about that. They care about money and who's going to make them the biggest freaking pay-per-view. So, it's not fair, but life's not fair, man.
It's not. I agree.
Life's not fair anyway.
Max, thanks for doing this, man. We're going to be watching Saturday, UFC Vegas 76. If there's anyone you want to thank before we get out of here, any sponsors, any social media, I'll give you the last word.
Yeah. Shout out to Fieldbound Brakes. Shout out to Adrian Blanco Jewelry. Shout out to Hash and Flowers. And shout out to Cap City Honda.